Let's be real for a second. Have you ever sat down to do just one simple thing, and then an hour later you're drowning in a sea of browser tabs and notifications, and that one simple thing is still not done? It feels like our ability to focus is just under constant attack. So we're gonna dive into this, because there's this powerful, ancient technique that might just be the answer we're all looking for.
Okay, look at this number, 23 minutes. That's how long it takes to get your full focus back after just a single interruption. That's according to researchers at the University of California. Now just think about how many times you're interrupted in a day. The cost to our productivity? It's absolutely staggering. You know, it's kind of like we're all trying to carry water in a leaky bucket. We pour all our energy and time in, but it just keeps draining away through all these tiny little holes. But what if you could actually patch those holes? Well, there's a method, born in Japanese Zen monasteries, that offers a way to do just that.
To really see how this works, let me tell you a story about a student named Jake. He was 16, had this massive dream, but an even bigger problem standing in his way.
So on one side, you have his dream, MIT. We're talking the absolute pinnacle for software engineering. But his reality? It looked totally different. He was stuck with C's and B's, and not because he wasn't smart. No, his own mind was his worst enemy. He'd spend hours just daydreaming about a success instead of actually working for it, a trap that led to a complete breakdown over a bad calculus test. But you know what? Hitting rock bottom was actually a turning point. Instead of just quitting, Jake went to the one person he knew who seemed to have it all together, his math teacher, Mr. Tanaka. This was a guy who was so calm, so centered, he could get the whole class to pay attention without ever raising his voice. Now, Mr. Tanaka saw himself in Jake's struggle. He told him he used to be the exact same way until his grandfather taught him this really profound secret from mastering his own mind. And that secret is called Ichigyo Zanmai. Literally, it translates to concentration on a single action. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, just another tip to stop multitasking. But trust me, the idea here goes so much deeper than that.
And here it is. This is the crucial part. With Ichigyo Zanmai, you don't just do the work, you merge with it. The line between you and the activity just disappears. Think about a gamer who's completely lost in a game for hours, right? That's a flow state. This practice is about learning how to trigger that exact same state on purpose, even for something boring like studying calculus.
So, okay, philosophy is great, but how did Jake actually use this? Well, he didn't just understand the idea, he turned it into a practical, repeatable ritual. He used something called choice architecture to basically design an environment where focusing was the only real option.
His protocol had 3 simple steps. First, eliminate all other choices. Phone, other room. Notifications, off. Only one browser tab open. Second, he set a 25-minute timer to create a clear container for his focus. But this third step, this is the real game changer. Whenever his brain would start screaming for a distraction, he wouldn't fight it. He would just notice the thought, acknowledge it, and then gently guide his attention back. No drama, no frustration.
I'm not gonna lie, the first few minutes were pure torture for him. But after he pushed through that initial wall of resistance, something just clicked. In just 3 25-minute sessions, that's only 75 minutes total, he got more deep work done than he normally did in an entire week of scattered, distracted effort. I mean, that just brilliantly shows you the power of undivided attention. And look, this isn't just a feel-good story. It's actually backed by hard science. This practice of intense, single-pointed focus, it literally changes the physical structure of your brain. Every single time you resist a distraction and bring your focus back to what you're doing, you're basically doing a bicep curl for your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain that handles things like willpower and impulse control. It's called neuroplasticity, and you are literally building a stronger, more disciplined brain. And get this, a Stanford study even found that this kind of focus can quiet down the default mode network, that's the chattering, wandering part of your mind, by up to 40%. So you're not just trying harder, you are fundamentally rewiring your brain's circuits to make focus its new normal. So Jake applied this idea to everything. He practiced being present when he studied, when he was walking, even when he was just eating. His grades, of course, shot up to straight A's. And 6 months later, the thing that once seemed impossible happened. He got his acceptance letter from MIT.
But here's the real kicker. The prize wasn't the fancy letterhead. The true transformation was all internal. By training his attention, Jake realized he'd basically been living his life on autopilot. Ichigyo Zanmai didn't just make him a better student, it made him more present, more engaged, and you know what? Just plain happier.
It really all comes down to this classic Zen saying. It's such a simple, elegant summary of the whole philosophy. It's about giving your full, undivided presence to whatever it is you're doing, right here, right now. And that's the secret, not just to incredible productivity, but to a deep sense of contentment too.
So as we wrap this up, think of this less as just information and more as an invitation. The real question isn't whether you have enough time. The question is, what are you doing with the time that you have? What's the one task, the one conversation, or the one moment today that really truly deserves all of you?